This thing on? Good. Hi, this is Marvelous. This song, what did I say? This song in its entirety is not meant to disrespect any women in its entirety. Well, you know what I mean. All right, bring the track.
Yeah, I already know music, Marvelous off these motherfuckers. We finna talk about these hoes and these 7 floats. You know how that shit goes. Check it.
If your hoe only knows that she was getting fucked on the 7th floor. Yeah, yeah. If that bitch only knew that she was getting mudded by the whole crew, what would she do? What would she do?
What's your name?
G-Reg.
What you do?
Get head.
How you do
Drop
it?
my drawers and let her see my third leg. Chillin' on the 7th floor, I gotta let these chickens know. Big Greg is in the house and I finna make these hoes choke. On my balls, on my dick, then I'm bustin' up quick. On the face, on the chest, stick my dick between the breasts. Come on fellas, let's get weird. Stick your dick up in the ear while I'm laughing at these guys. A second nut all in the eyes.
Sup fuckers, welcome to Call the Game, Shane Robinson speaking. Yes sir, we're so back. Sorry it's been a minute, you know, the holidays and stuff. But, rapid fire recap, hold up. So last time we talked, it was the week of the bowl games. In our first round matchups, Notre Dame shit on Indiana, but that was the closest one. And Indiana was getting shit that night for they shouldn't have made the game, but SMU happens. And then they say the same thing about Clemson and then Tennessee. You know, it's crazy how everyone's saying for years, oh, 4 teams isn't enough to make the playoffs. And then the first year we get 12, everyone's like, oh, 12's too much, blah, blah, blah. Yo, like, you can't have it both ways. I'm cool with there being 12 teams. I think 8 would be the perfect amount, but 12's cool. I'm cool with that. Yeah. Dude, Penn State, they fucking blew it last night. God damn. Yeah, Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, and fucking Notre Dame all won first round. And then, oh my god, fucking Miami blew the bowl game against Iowa State. Cam Ward really won the team. He might go number 1 over Travis Hunter. Crazy. Titans got the number 1 pick now because the Pats sold against the Bills. Decided Joe Milton felt like winning. And then Drew Lock felt like going off the week before against the Colts. So the Giants blew, getting the number 1 pick. Oh, fuck. Why can't I find the quarterfinal games? Yeah, Penn State beat Boise State. Really blew them out. And then fucking Texas almost blew it against Arizona State. Cam Scattlebo, fucking beauty. Oh my god, yeah. Everyone's calling fucking Kalen DeBoer disappointment because they had 3 losses. Bam had 3 losses for the first time in like 20 years. Hey, come on, what did you expect? Jalen Moreau is so overrated in my opinion. I've been saying that since last year. And Kalen DeBoer, I mean, he's a solid head coach, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Washington only had 1 breakout year. Next thing you know, everyone's hyping this dude up. But I still think Bama will be solid moving forward, but I feel like they're going to give up on him too fast. Yeah, Notre Dame then blew out Georgia, and then, Ohio State, who I think is going to beat Texas tonight and go on and beat Notre Dame next week, they fucking shit on Oregon. Oh my god, Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel was down bad in that game, and their defense got fucked. Ohio State was out for blood. Goddamn. And yeah, Penn State fucking blew it last night. We were up like 2 touchdowns. And then Drew Aller blew it in the 4th quarter. Oh my god. We got our redraft rankings 2 later on. We got NFL playoff and award predictions. Our NBA All-Star predictions. And we're going to talk Survivor, Deal or No Deal Island, and Traitors. And then, so I had my college football playoff predictions for the last episode I was going to record. Then I got busy for the holidays. So, here's who I had. I had the quarterfinal right. I had all the quarterfinal games right. I had Georgia and Oregon winning. And not just that. I had both those teams in a national championship. I had Penn State losing in the semifinal, right? And I think Texas is losing to Ohio State tonight, considering how they played last week. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. So, yeah, let's talk pro football real quick. Fucking Pats fired Gerard Mayo after they sold year one, first year without Bill Belichick. Listen, Bill Belichick handpicked him as a successor. You gotta give him one more year. Come on, I mean, he was an iffy head coach, but like, come on now. I hate when they do coaches dirty after 1 year. Oh, fuck. I mean, I guess it worked out for the Texans when they fired Lovie Smith, or was it Lovie Smith right before they got TJ Stroud? I think it was. Who cares? Anyway, so literally, like, yeah, that happened. And then, oh yeah, we'll predict what coaches end up where later, if I even had that ready. Because we lost. Obviously, Robert Saleh's been fired. Same with Dennis Allen and Matt Eberflus. The only other head coaches that have gotten fired are Gerard Mayo, Doug Peterson for Jacksonville, and Antonio Pierce was the most recent fire for the Raiders. So yeah, it seems like those are the only 6 coaches that are getting fired this offseason. Surprised Mike McCarthy isn't getting fired. Same with Brian Dable. But yeah, we'll talk about who I think goes where later on. I will recap. Let's recap some pro football real quick. Oh my god. Phone, you're selling. Week 15. Rams barely beat the Niners. Straight field goal game. Eagles fucking beat the Steelers by 2 touchdowns. Ravens blew out the Giants. Jets barely beat the Jags. Absolute classic there. Cowboys shed on the Panthers. I think that Jets game, Devontae Adams went off that game, didn't he? Yeah, 9 receptions, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns. There we go. Bengals barely beat the Titans. Dude, they were down bad. They won 5 in a row just to still still miss the playoffs. It's crazy. I thought Zach Taylor was gonna get fired too, but I guess not. Chiefs shot on the Browns. Texans beat the Dolphins. Broncos shot on the Colts, who are in the playoffs as a 7th seed. Cardinals shot on the Patriots. Bills barely beat the Lions. The Lions almost came back and won that game, 48-42. Bucks shot on the Chargers. Packers shot on the Seahawks. Vikings shot on the Bears. Falcons barely beat the Raiders and benched Kirko right after. Fucking, I thought the Desmond Ridder revenge game was on, but clearly I was wrong. He's trash. He's not good. Then the Broncos were up 2 touchdowns against the Chargers the following week, Thursday Night Football, and then the Chargers came back and won. And then Chiefs barely beat the Texans. Got bailed out a couple times, I'm not going to lie. That Tank Dell injury, there's no coming back from that. Prayers up to my guy. Yeah. Ravens shot on the Steelers that day. Commanders, fucking Jalen Hurts got hurt, and then Jaden Daniels came back and won that game. It was a rough one, for surely. Rams shot on the Jets. Falcons, fucking Michael Penix's first start really came out and shot on the Giants, eh? The Panthers beat the Cardinals in overtime. Chuba Hubbard, absolute stud. Bengals shot on the Browns. Colts barely beat the Titans, a high-scoring game. Lions shot on the Bears. Vikings barely beat the Seahawks. Bills barely beat the Pats. Raiders barely beat the Jaguars. I keep saying barely. Dolphins shot on the Niners. Cowboys barely beat the Buccaneers. And then the Packers, the only shutout of the regular season, by the way, beat the Saints 34-0. Fuck Kendra Miller, by the way. Chiefs and Ravens both blew out the Steelers and Texans, respectively, on Christmas Day. Yo, let's be real here. Obviously, NFL is way better than NBA these days. But The NBA has always been better than NFL on Christmas Day. Unfortunately, I'm outnumbered in this household, but I know I'm always right when it comes to that. Then Seahawks beat the Bears 6-3. That was a real classic right there. And then Chargers shot the Patriots last Saturday, or 28th might be. Bengals barely beat the Broncos in overtime. Then the Rams beat the Cardinals. They got lucky. Kyler Murray was ass in that game. And then Tanner McKee shot on the Cowboys. Bills shot on the Jets. Jags barely beat the Titans yet again. Bucks shot on the Panthers. Raiders shot on the Saints. Giants shot on the Colts. Dolphins shot. There's a lot of shitting on going. Dolphins shot on the Browns. Vikings were blowing out the Packers, and the Packers almost came back and won. Jaden Daniels really beat Michael Penix in overtime, and then Lions almost blew it against the Niners. And then a lot of weird games going on. Ravens blow out the Browns as expected. Bengals beat the Steelers just to end up missing the playoffs. Eagles, Tanner McKee barely beat the Giants, which we were trying to lose that game, but still ended up winning. What do you know? Texans barely beat the Titans. They probably rested some guys, though. Panthers beat the Falcons in overtime. Buccaneers barely beat the Saints. A lot of close games, even though most of these games didn't mean anything. But yeah. A little basketball recap. There's a lot going on here. Just gonna browse through the days. Blah, blah, blah. UConn beat Gonzaga on the 14th of December. That was a pretty good game. Let's see here. Oh, Liam McNeely dropped 26 on Gonzaga. He's a stud. Watch out for him. UCLA beat Gonzaga by 3 a couple weeks ago. Their coach said some stupid shit the other night. I forget what it was. Dude, he called his own players soft and delusional for losing third game in 3 out of the last 4 games. That's crazy. What a guy. What a guy. Oh, God. Yeah, Florida fucking shat on Tennessee the other night. And then lost to, who was it? They lost to Kentucky a few nights before. Yeah, they beat Tennessee by 30. And Tennessee's supposed to be the best team in the country this year. Crazy. Oh, what else happened? Yeah, the fucking Georgia beat Kentucky. Georgia's 13-2? What? I feel like Georgia's normally ass. Yeah, wait. Adofe always brothers on Kentucky? That's crazy, yo. Hold on. Oh, yo, I had a nice parlay on Christmas Day. Speaking of that, it was Sixers Celtics. It was Sixers plus 9.5 or 8.5, something like that. The over 221.5. Embiid over 26.5. That barely hit. Maxey over 22.5 points. And then Gershon Yabusele over 6.5 points. I won $110 off a $10 free bet. Let's go. Yo, there's been a couple brawls happening lately now, aren't there? Fucking Najee Marshall, Yusuf Nurkic got into it. No one was really backing Yusuf Nurkic because, I don't know, his teammates don't really fuck with him. And then the Sun just said they're benching him and Bradley Beal, so both of them might be on their way out. Although Bradley Beal's got a no trade clause for some reason. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Najee Marshall got suspended 4 games. I think they both got suspended 4 games, and then PJ Washington got suspended 1 game for getting involved. Crazy. And then a couple nights later, fucking Amin Thompson, who's been balling out this year, fucking throws Tyler Hero to the ground. He got suspended 2 games. Fucking Terry Rozier got suspended a game for getting involved, and then others got fined. Tyler Hero got fined for getting thrown to the ground. What? Yo, okay. Next episode, because Nico Collins got a ridiculous fine a couple weeks ago for throwing football to the fan. Next episode, we're going to talk about ridiculous fines, for sure. Oh, right. Wait. Cavs and Thunder played each other the other night. Both one seeds in the West and East, respectively. I think the Thunder won that game. Barely, though. No. Sorry. Cavs won the game 129 122. Shea had 31, 5 and 4. J-Dub had 25 points. Jared Allen had 25. God damn. Yo. Donovan Mitchell, 11. Ugh. 3 for 16 from the field. 2 for 7 from 3. But the fucking Twin Towers over here stepped up. Even Garland at 18 as well. Mobley at 21 and 10. He's going to be an all-star. Honestly, fuck it. There's nothing else I can think of, so let's just move on. So, I'm calling the game pick'em this year for football. I think next year we're going to do NBA too once the regular season starts. We are in the 2024 season, 188 and 73. That's our record this year. Oh yeah. The best we did, we were, I think it was, I want to say week 7. No, it was week 6. Week 6 we were one off. One off from getting a sweep. That was the best we've done. We didn't top that. I had the Jaguars beating the Bears week 6. That was the only one I missed that week. I had them all right. I had the others right. Niners, Eagles, Texans, Ravens, Packers, Bucks, Colts, Chargers, Steelers, Lions, Falcons, Bengals, Bills. But no sweeper-ooski for us. We'll get them next year, huh? Alright, it's time for...
Bet on this, call the number.
You know, some of these I do sometimes aren't sports related. Today's is just like that. Ugh, I can't fucking talk today, yo. So, today we got the current odds, shout out Bovada for having the stupidest odds out there. I just go on their Twitter page every time. The current odds for the highest grossing movie 2025. Zootopia 2 is the favorite, plus 110. The new Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Rebirth, plus 165. Avatar 3, plus 800. The new Fantastic Four movie that's coming out with fucking Joseph Quinn's in it. I forget who else is in that. Plus 800. And then Wicked Part 2, plus 800. Which, I think if any of these were to hit, it'd be Wicked Part 2. But, didn't fucking Wicked smoke the box office? Actually, no, I think it was Moana 2. But, yeah, if you're betting on who's gonna be the best movie this year, call the fucking number, yo. Like, what are we doing here? Now it's time for...
Eskimo Brothers. Brr.
So, we're gonna talk about a man named Will Levis, who his team, the Tennessee Titans, just received the number 1 pick after benching him a couple weeks before. Sounds like he's going to be getting replaced very soon. But the day he got benched, his ex Gia Duddy was in the stands, who very well known for being with him on draft night after he kept falling and falling. She looked pissed off on camera, right? Apparently, she was hooking up with Christian Brown, who's shooting guard for the Denver Nuggets, like a few months back. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing anymore, but like, yo, it's crazy. She's into those tall white boy athletes, eh? Both pasty and blonde, too. Yeah, there's really not much more to this, I don't think. Like, I mean, Christian Brown's having a breakout year. He's been killing it this year, but Will Levis is going to be irrelevant in the next year or two. And so will she. Christian Brown, on the other hand, he's a fucking dog, for sure. We're gonna rank. So I'd ranked all the NBA NFL draft classes from the last, like all the ones that I've ranked or done redrafts for. I didn't include 2023 because it's too early to include them, but it's also hard to rank these, so I'm doing a top 3. We'll start off with NBA. Because why not? At 3. I have this class at 3 because I think the 2 classes in front of them, they're both younger classes, but I think they'll be better all time than this one when it's all said and done. I got 2014. We got 2 MVPs, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, who are both looking like top 10 centers of all time already. Yeah, I said it. And then, who else you got? Andrew Wiggins is a dog. You got some multiple All-Stars. Julius Randle, Andrew Wiggins, who I just said. Oh, Zach LaVine, another multi-time All-Star. And then there's a ton of good role players, too. Hold on. Yeah, Aaron Gordon's a dog, too. Dario Saric, former Sixer legend, got him. Yusuf Nurkic, who I just talked about earlier. Gary Harris has been a solid wing. Clint Capella, really good center. But this class isn't as deep as the 2 classes above it. And for that reason, it's at 3. Number 2, out of 2017, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, De'Aaron Fox, Lonzo Ball. I mean, he hasn't done shit this year, but he's still a dog. Yo, shout out Jello, too. Also got Laurie Markkinen, Jared Allen. Yo, they have so many All-Stars already in this class. I didn't realize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 All-Stars in this class already. And this class is in all their 8th seasons. It's crazy. Yeah, I named all the All-Stars. Jared Allen, too. OG Anunoby. You got Kyle Kuzma, Derek White, Josh Hart. You got fucking Zach Collins, has been a dog. Malik Monk, very nice shooter. You got Jonathan Isaac. There's a ton of dogs here. Ooh, John Collins is really good, too. Monte Morris is a solid backup point guard. Oh, I can't forget about Dylan Brooks. And fucking guy who's having a breakout year for his new team, Isaiah Hartenstein. But it's a deep draft class. But not as deep as number 1. 2018. Yes, 2018 NBA draft class. Best draft class in the last 10 years, easily. You got 2 potential future MVPs. One of them who I believe will be MVP this year. You got Shea's going to win MVP in my opinion. You got Luka. You got Shea. You got Trae Young. You got Jaren Jackson Jr. You got Mikal Bridges. You got DeAndre Ayton. You got Wendell Carter Jr., Colin Sexton. You got Miles Bridges. He's a piece of shit, but he's a good player. Michael Porter Jr. Dante DiVincenzo's not having a good year, but he's been solid before that. Lonnie Walker's a dog. He should be in the league. You got Kevin Huerter, Josh Okogie, Grayson Allen, Anthony Simons, the guy I forgot about. Mo Wagner. Prayers up to him. He's out for the year, unfortunately. He was balling out. You got Time Lord. Landry Shamit's a dog, even though he's not in the league. Actually, no. I think the Knicks just picked him up because he fully recovered from his injury. Good for him. Former Sixer legend, even though he's spent half a year. Oh, how can I forget, too? Jalen Brunson. How can I forget Jalen Brunson? Mitchell Robinson, who's a stud. Gary Trent Jr., Jared Vanderbilt, Bruce Brown, ton of good second-round picks in this class. D'Anthony Melton, former Sixer legend. And then Shake Milton, another Sixer legend. You got Kostas Antetokounmpo, fucking Antetokounmpo, brother. Yo, 2018 is the deepest draft class for sure. I just named so many heads. All right, over on the NFL side, we got 2020. To start off, there are 5 franchise QBs at the moment. There are a ton of wide receiver ones in this class. We got multiple Pro Bowlers like Derek Brown, Tristan Wirfs, Patrick Queen, ton of stud running backs too, like DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor. This draft class is pretty deep, but it's not as deep as the ones above it. Next up, we got class of I feel like some people had this class as one of the GOATs at one point. 2014. To start off, you got sorry, man. Aaron Donald. I gotta stretch for some reason. Khalil Mack, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, who fucking 11 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons. That is fucking insane, yo. Marcus Lawrence. You got Odell, too, Javadian Clowney. But a ton of good O-linemen as well. This draft class is deep. But you know what's deeper? 2017. You know, the Saints alone had a killer draft class. Alvin Kamara, Marshawn Lattimore. I think Ryan Ramczyk was in the class too. Those three guys alone, killer draft class. 2017, you know, Patty Mahomes, T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Chris Godwin, he's been hurt though, Tre'Davious White, Marshawn Lattimore, George Kittle, Buda Baker, Trey Hendrickson, led the league in sacks this season, Marlon Humphrey, Jonathan Allen, Hassan Reddick, fucking Joe Mixon too, Aaron Jones. This draft class is deep as fuck. Jamal Adams was a dog too at one point. It's crazy to think about how on these rankings I had both 2017 and 2014 in both NBA and NFL. Kind of crazy. Next up, I think we got to do our NFL playoff and award predictions. I say we do award first. Why? Because I feel like it. So, we're going to start from the bottom, work our way up just like normal. Coach of the Year. I think this guy is even before this guy was a heavy favorite, I said he deserved it over Dan Campbell. Kevin O'Connell. This guy has revived Sam Darnold. Speaking of Sam Darnold, he's my comeback player of the year pick, not Joe Burrow. And even when Joe Burrow was having favorite, I said Sam Darnold deserves it more because everyone was writing off Sam Darnold. I thought he would be solid on the Panthers because the Jets ruined him. And what do you know? Both the Jets and the Panthers were the problems because Homeboy led the Vikings to 14 wins. Come on. And Joe Burrow's already won comeback player of the year too. And they didn't even make the playoffs. Give this award to Sam Darnold. Come on now. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I really want to say Quinyon Mitchell, but it's probably going to be Jared Versa if we're being for real. He's been a dog. Really took over for fucking Aaron Donald in the first year. I think he had 4.5 sacks. 4.5 sacks, 66 tackles. Couple fumbles too, or couple forced fumbles might be. Blech. Offensive Rookie of the Year. If it were up to me, I would say Brock Bowers. But this guy is definitely deserving. Jaden Daniels. The Commanders won 4 games last year? And they won 11 games this year? And he led them to the 6th seed? Yeah, come on. Easy Rookie of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, it's a 2-man race between T.J. Watt and Pat Surtain. But I'm going Pat Surtain. He's been a fucking dog. big part of the reason they're in the playoffs. I think he had 4 picks, 45 tackles, absolute beauty. In my opinion, he was better than T.J. Watt, and the Steelers kind of fallen off the past month. Come on now, Pat Surtain all day, in my opinion. Offensive Player of the Year, no brainer. Saquon, he had 2,000 rushing yards. That's that. MVP, I think we have a Jokic Embiid situation on our hands. Lamar's had a really good year, don't get me wrong, but I think the MVP is going to be Josh Allen. And he's going off this year. He's having a really good year. The Bills were supposed to have a down year, yet they won, 13 games, and they're the 2 seed. Like, 3,700 passing yards, 28 passing touchdowns, 6 picks, did 531 rushing yards, 12 touchdowns. Also, Buddy got engaged to Hallie Steinfeld. Good for him. Yeah, it's probably going to be him. So here are our NFL playoff predictions. So the Lions and Chiefs obviously both have first round byes. Our matchups are on the NFC side. The 2-seeded Eagles are hosting the 7-seeded Packers. The 3-seeded Buccaneers are hosting the 6-seeded Commanders. And the 4-seeded Rams are hosting the 5th-seeded Vikings. And on the AFC side, the 2-seeded Bills are facing the 7-seeded Broncos. The 3-seeded Ravens are facing the 6-seeded Steelers. The 4-seeded Texans are facing the 5th-seeded Chargers. So here's how it's going to go down. Christian Watson got hurt for the Packers last week. I think he tore his ACL. Horrible injury. If Jalen Hurts plays, we'll definitely win this one. I think he's going to play. If he doesn't, I don't know. Maybe if Tanner McKee starts, we'll be solid, but I don't know. I'm still liking the Eagles. The Packers losing to the Bears was an absolute momentum killer, in my opinion. Give me the Packers. Give me the Eagles. God damn it. Buccaneers, Commanders. I see a lot of people riding the Commanders in this one. That's a solid bet, but the Buccaneers beat them week 1. Yet, the Commanders weren't really the Commanders as good as they were yet. But I'm going to ride with experience here. I like the Buccaneers here. I think they're a dark horse to come out of the NFC. But give me the Buccaneers. Rams, Vikings. I'm not going to lie. I like the Vikings. Don't get me wrong. But this is Sam Darnold's first playoff game. And I think them getting blown out was an absolute momentum killer last week. And Sam Darnold was ass in that game too. I like the Rams here, even though they don't really have home field advantage anymore. But they are closer. Glendale is closer to LA. Yo, prayers up to my peeps in LA because of the wildfires. That shit's crazy. Give me the Rams over the Vikings. And on the AFC side, this is a lot easier than the NFC. Give me the Bills over the Broncos. This one should be a blowout. Give me the Ravens over the Steelers, even though Zay Flowers is out. And then this one, give me the Chargers over the Texans. Texans have been down bad with the injury bug this year, and the Chargers have been rolling lately. So, our divisional round, we got Rams, Lions, Eagles, Buccaneers, Chiefs, Chargers, Ravens, Bills. Now, Lions, Rams. This is a real classic. Matt Stafford going against Jared Goff, going against their old teams. The Lions barely beat the Rams in overtime week 1. But I don't really trust this Rams team. I was thinking about going with them. I don't really trust this Rams team. Give me the Lions. And then Eagles, Buccaneers. I was thinking about taking the Bucs at first. But even though they seem to have our number lately, that week 4 game when we lost, that was the turning point for this Eagles team. And for that reason, I'm taking the Eagles. So we got Lions, Eagles, NFC Championship. And then the AFC side, give me the Chiefs over the Chargers. The Chargers could make that a ball game though, but I think the Chiefs will get bailed out of that one. And then give me the Ravens over the Bills. Oh yeah. I think Josh Allen's going to fold in the playoffs again against Lamar. So we got Eagles, Lions, Ravens, Chiefs in the conference championship. So here's what's going to happen. Give me the Eagles over the Lions. Because the Lions been getting hit with the injury bug. But it seems like they're going to get a couple guys back for the for the divisional round. And then, call me crazy, the Chiefs are not going to repeat. Give me the Ravens over the Chiefs. And then, I don't trust any of the teams in the NFC. I really hate to fade the Eagles here, but I don't trust any of the teams in the NFC. I think whoever comes out of the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl, even if it's against the Eagles or the Lions. Give me the Ravens and Lamar to win Super Bowl MVP. Time to predict what NFL coaches are going where. I'm going to start with what was the easiest one to predict, and then the hardest one will be last. First up, we got the Saints. So they said they want a head coach, or they want their next coach with some familiarity. And you know who happens to have some familiarity? Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. He was a defensive backs coach for the Saints 2016 to 2020. And for that reason, I think he's going to the Saints. Another one that was easy to predict, that I really think this guy is definitely going to be a head coach again this offseason. It's just a matter of where. Mike Vrabel. I mean, come on. He used to play for the Patriots. It sounds like he's either going to go there. He got interviewed by the Jets, but I don't see that happening. He's going to go there or the Raiders. And I feel like there's a better chance he goes to the Pats. Next up, we got the Bears. I got someone who said multiple times he is quote-unquote intrigued by this job. I got Ben Johnson. And here's why. I mean, it's crazy to think he would go to a division rival after he's loved being with the Lions so many years. But the fact that he said on multiple occasions that he's intrigued by the Bears job. He would have been interested in the Bears job if they fired Matt Eberflus last offseason. Come on. It's inevitable he's going to sign there. Next up, we got the Jets. They said they want someone with experience. So they've interviewed some head coaches. Rex Ryan feels very confident that he's going to be the next head coach for them. I don't see that happening. I have someone who I don't feel as confident as the other three, but I think this would be a really good pick. Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores. He feels like the Dolphins did him dirty. Jets. And the Jets have hired Adam Gase before, who shot the bed for the Dolphins. Why not hire a head coach or go to the team who's in the same division as the team who you feel like did you dirty? That's just me. So yeah, got Brian Flores to the Jets. And then Jaguars. I had an offensive coordinator. In his first season, by the way. First year offensive coordinator from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Liam Cohen. It sounds like he's their number one guy right now, besides Ben Johnson, but I think Ben Johnson's leaning towards the Bears. And he said he's honored by the job. He's not really focused on getting a job right now, but he's definitely honored by it. And I feel like he's the coach seen the most buzz about for the Jags job, besides Ben Johnson. But I think Ben Johnson's going to the Bears. Now the Raiders was the hardest to predict. You know who I could see the Raiders getting? Pete Carroll. I really feel like Pete Carroll is going to come back in the mix this offseason. I don't know why. I just do. Alright. So yeah, that's that. I had Kellen Moore on here, but it seems like they're calling up more guys who have experience head coaching, so it seems like they're gonna go that route as well. Next up, it's our official NBA All-Star predictions. Oh yeah, obviously 12 guys, right? Uh two guards, three front court guys, and the starters and reserves, and then two wild card spots. So we got the new format this year. It's gonna be 3 teams of 8. I guess they're picked by like captains, and then the Rising Stars winning team is gonna be in there as well. I mean, I'm assuming just it's gonna be a pool from who makes the All-Star game. So let's get into it, shall we? East. Let's start the East, because that's where we're at. Even though that was the harder one to pick, I'm not gonna lie. Starting at guard. I don't see as many people have him on here, mainly because of his team record, but he's easily been the best guard in the East this season. He's averaging 30 a game. He's been going crazy. I got LaMelo Ball. He's unlocked Chino Hills, LaMelo Ball, but he's in his bag this season. Too bad the Hornets are ass, though. My other guard. Obviously, it's between Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. And I got Donovan Mitchell. I mean, I think Jalen Brunson's been a little more consistent lately, but Donovan Mitchell has been having a really good year. The Cavs have the best record in the NBA. I feel like they deserve an all-star starter, but that's just me. So yeah, LaMelo and Donovan Mitchell are my guards. My first forward, Giannis. He is in the MVP race right now. He's leading the Easton votes. Come on now. My other forward, Jason Tatum. Celtics are one of the best teams in the NBA. I think he's also in the MVP race as well. Yeah. My other forward, you think it would be Joel Embiid, but no, I got a different big man, Karl Anthony Towns, who's having best season of his career. I think he's averaging like 27 points, 12 rebounds, maybe even like 13. But he's going nuclear in Madison Square Garden this year. All right, my reserves. First guard, you can probably guess, Jalen Brunson. Another Nick, I think he's averaging like 25, 26 a game this year. The Knicks are right now the 3 seed in the NBA. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's my first guard. My second guard, I got Dame Dalla, Damian Lillard. He's averaging 26 a game this year. The Bucks don't have the best roster. Giannis and Dame have been carrying the Bucks lately. Both of them are definitely all-stars for sure. My first forward, Jaylen Brown, is averaging 25 a game this year. Celtics have been rolling just like last year. They're the 2 seed right now. They're definitely going to get 2 all-stars for surely. My next forward, Evan Mobley. He's averaging 19 a game this year. Think like 8, 9, or 10 rebounds, like 2 blocks. One of the best two-way players in the league. He's been balling out. Also, Cavs have the best record. Definitely going to get 2 All-Stars, maybe even 3. Yeah, give me Evan Mobley. First of all, I'm going to say, Franz Wagner, if he didn't get hurt, he would have been a lock. But he's not coming back anytime soon. So, I don't have him on here. My other forward, I was between 2 guys. Jalen Johnson, and Pascal Siakam. Mainly because, think about some of the guys in the top 10 right now for forwards. Paolo's coming, I mean, he's coming back tonight, but he's still going to have like 15 games by the time this drops, so he won't get in. Franz is definitely not getting in. Embiid won't get in because he hasn't played enough games. So I'm between Jalen Johnson and Pascal Siakam, both guys who aren't even in the top 10 right now. And I got Jalen Johnson. Oh my God. Who's averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds this season on pretty good efficiency. Also dunked on Giannis a while back. Just saying. Yeah, him or Pascal Siakam should be all-star too. I think the Hawks are like the 6th seed right now. I could look it up. And I don't think they're the 9th seed. Yeah. No, I don't think Trae Young's going to be an all-star. He's been a little inefficient this season. But I think I could definitely see Jalen Johnson getting in. Maybe not definitely. Honestly, he's the least confident out of all the guys I've picked. My first wildcard spot, Cade Cunningham is averaging 24 points a game this season on what I think like 9 rebounds. He's like third in the league in assists. Or not 9 rebounds, like 9 assists. Like I think he's third in the league, yeah. Fucking balling out. Pistons are back in the mix too. And with Jaden Ivey out for the next month or so, if he can keep the Pistons in the mix and step up, I think he's an all-star for sure. He's getting a ton of votes. My other wildcard spot, I was between my guy Tyrese Maxey and Tyler Hero, potential first-time all-star. Give me Tyrese Maxey, who's averaging 26 points a game this year. I mean, yeah, he was out for a couple weeks, and the Sixers aren't doing too hot, but he's been carrying them. Buddy's been balling out. Call me biased, I don't care. But Tyrese Maxey should be an all-star again. And if not him, it should definitely be Tyler Hero, who's averaging 24 points a game this season. Fucking Bam Adebayo and both Jimmy are having down years. Tyler's been stepping up for surely. All right. In the Western Conference, my starters, my first guard, my MVP pick right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's averaging 30 a game. The Thunder are the 1 seed in the West. My pick to win the finals. Yeah, Shai should be a starter for surely. My other West starter, not Luka Doncic, Steph Curry. He's third in votes right now. The game's in San Fran this year. Yeah, he's starting to decline a little bit, it looks like. But I think he's still going to be a starter this year, for surely. I mean, they were surprised when he wasn't one last year. All right, my first forward, LeBron. Of course, he's going to be a starter till he retires. Don't need to explain this, even though he's starting to decline as well. My other forward, KD, is averaging 27 points a game. His scoring has not fallen off as well. He's a walking bucket for sure. And my other forward, the MVP favorite at the moment, Nikola Jokic, who's averaging a triple-double on 50-40, I think 50-40-90 splits maybe. Hold up. I gotta look this up. 32 points, 13 assists, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 55% or almost 50-40-90, 50-40-80. Insane. My first guard, Anthony Edwards. He's been a dog for the T-Wolves this year. Too bad they're ass. He's averaging 26, 27 a game. He's been balling out for surely. My other guard, I got a Dallas Maverick. I mean, I still think Luka will get a nod, but saw a video of him a few days ago. He wasn't looking too hot. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon because he got hurt on Christmas Day. I don't have him on here. Give me Kyrie Irving. He's been carrying the Mavericks while Luke is out. And considering that Mavericks had a rough start to the year, and then the Mavericks been straight balling with Kyrie, even though he got hurt a couple weeks ago. I think Kyrie should definitely be an all-star for sure. He's 4th in voting right now. Those are my reserve guards. First forward, Victor Wembanyama. He's putting up insane stat lines, averaging 26. Hold on, let me pull it up. He's a defensive player of the year front runner right now. He's my pick to win defensive player of the year for sure. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and a steal. Shooting 48 from the field, 35 from 3, 87 from the line. He's insane. My other forward, Anthony Davis. He was averaging 28 points to start the year, but he's still averaging like 28 or 27. I don't know. He's going off. He'll definitely be an all-star. Lakers are a 6 seed right now. They've gotten 2 all-stars when they're like the 10 seed. So I think AD will definitely get in. My next forward, Jalen Williams, averaging 21 points a game, and the Thunder are the 1 seed. But he's been cooking. Definitely be a first-time all-star for sure. My wild card spot. We're going guard forward here, or guard front court. So a guard. I don't know if he'll get in because his team's not looking too hot, but Buddy's averaging 27 a game. This guy deserves to be an all-star. De'Aaron Fox. I think I could see him getting traded at the deadline, but he's got to be an all-star. He's having a better year than some of the guys above him, but he probably won't get in. Just the Kings have been ass. And then my other wildcard spot, guy who should have been an all-star last year, Alperen Sengun. He's been cooking for the Rockets, and they're 2 seed right now. Definitely deserves to be an all-star, averaging 19 points a game. They call him Mini Jokic. Some injury replacement guys have as well. On the Eastern side, Tyler Hero, Trae Young, Pascal Siakam. And then on the West, I got both Grizzlies, John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. And then I got James Harden as well. Quick recap of Survivor. Shout out Rachel. Really came through and winning 7-1. I thought it'd be closer, I'm not going to lie. Kyle's reason for voting for Sam, kind of stupid, not going to lie. But he didn't want Sue to get second. Fair enough. Who cares? I almost had the final placement right. I just had Andy and Sam switched. It's all good. Yo, Tina got screwed by the wind hard, yo. Like, the wind sold on her. She should have won fire, but you know what? It is what it is. Yeah. Deal or No Deal Island, that show is fire, yo. You got fucking Party from Survivor. Yo, that David dude from Australia. This dude David from Australian Survivor. Buddy fucks. He's got this ginger chick in love with him, but he's married with like 3 or 4 kids. It's crazy. He's also fucking ripped too. So basically, Deal or No Deal Island. It's like, so they go on. They play a game Deal or No Deal. Obviously, so they go on missions to like retrieve cases, and then whoever gets the highest case has the power to send someone in the bottom in to play a game of Deal or No Deal. Then they play a game of Deal or No Deal. They make a good deal. They win. They get to send someone home, and then if they lose, they're out. So this dude Kyle comes in, absolutely sells. So bunch of the people on one team reveal their cases. The highest value is 450,000, and then the highest unrevealed case is $1 million. By the way, he had the steal case. He could steal any case, but he chooses 450,000. Meanwhile, there's $1.5 million. There's way higher value still out there. Yeah, they ended up losing because he didn't take the fucking 450. He didn't take the million, and neither did the other dude. He had like 250,000 in swap, and then Buddy got 500,000 instead of the million. And literally, he was offered the case on a silver platter too, and still went with his gut, which was stupid. God damn. And yeah, the two survivors are clearly collabing, and then fucking Kyle really sold in Deal or No Deal. Buddy had such a good deal. I think it was like 220,000 that he clearly should have taken. When I think he had like it was like 600,000 and then like $1 and $5. My guy had $1 in his case. Buddy's a big Bama fan. He was like, "Oh, Nick Saban won 7 championships, and for that reason, I'm picking number 7." And it would be like the millions. That's crazy. And then the first challenge, or the second challenge was about to start, and this dude, Dr. Wolf and Big Brother, about to pull up. It sounds like him and the fucking Survivor people are gonna be going at it. Crazy. Alright. Then Traitors happened last night. That was sick. So we got Bob the Drag Queen. He's a traitor. I thought he was gonna be a traitor. He's ass. Danielle Reyes from Big Brother. She's a traitor. She's also ass. Carolyn from Survivor. Did not expect her to be a traitor. I also think she's ass, but she's not going anywhere anytime soon. She's kind of cooking as a traitor so far, but she's a little messy. And then fucking Boston Rob. I thought he was going out first, but instead it was just a little twist. Buddy, they were like, "Oh, here's Boston Rob. Come shake my hand and he'll enter the game. You can send someone home." Nope, not happening. And then he dipped. And then he came back with fucking Derek from Big Brother, and then Wes from like the Challenge or whatever. And then basically they made Rob a traitor. So there's 4 traitors. So we got fucking the first challenge. Fucking it was a sausage fest because they ended up kicking all the girls off the raft, off the boat, and made them go on the raft so they could fucking all get the shields. So it was basically all housewives up for grabs. And then 2 traitors ended up popping off, literally. And then they killed literally one of the more entertaining housewives, this old chick, Dorinda. And then this bachelor dude got banished. And then this one other housewife was sobbing after he got banished. And then they killed her. And she was dumb as rocks, but she was funny as fuck. And then, dude, Tony gets banished. Yo, this boot order is trash. But I don't know, this guy's kind of fire. Yo, dude, this dude Tom Sandoval cheated on Ariana Madix, who's the host of Love Island. This chick Chisel Styles from some Netflix, so I guess is friends with her. Those two go at it at the round table because of that, apparently. And then fucking, dude, this drag queen called fucking Zac Efron's brother Misguided. That was his drag name. Yeah, I don't know. Not this season. I don't think it'll be as good as the last season, but I don't know. This cast is pretty cracked. All right, that's all the time we have for today. So we got a double header coming out this weekend. You'll see the expansion episode first, for surely.